It's WarDragon time. Hey everybody, it is RPW here with the next episode of Talk Dragon Tuesday. Today is January 21st, 2020, which means another month closer to my husband returning. Oh, that would be awesome, right? Alright, so guys, here's the thing. This week there's not a whole lot to talk about, but it's better than what we had to talk about last week. So we do have a little bit of information to share with you, including some information on tower and den level ups. And then we, of course, want to talk about the Fortification event coming up, the Festive Dragon coming to preview. I also have a featured team for the week. And then last but not least, my giveaways. So be sure to stick around if you would like to figure out how it is you can enter for a chance to win this week's contest. Now, releasing with the Fortification in this week will be the new defense towers leveling up to 95, as well as the ability to take your den up to a 110 to a 112. Now, on Twitch this week also, if you go follow WarDragons games, they will be doing a peek at the Festive Dragon coming to the Frost Wreath season, so do not miss out on that. Now, this week I have a featured team, and their name is Sky Gods. Now, one of their players, Sphinx, has actually been a really big supporter of my channel here, reached out to me and asked me if we could do a feature of their team. So, absolutely, I am glad to do it. Sky Gods, you are the featured team for this week, and let's see what it is they have to say about their team, and if you're looking for one, why you should give them a chance. Okay, so Sphinx sent me a message that says, like dragons of old, we went to sleep, evolving as we slumbered, to awake as gods. Now we have returned to rule the skies, powerful as unit, ambitious and a little pompous. Always true to our fellow members, we are more than simply game players. We are Sky Gods. What a sell that was. That was a great write-up, guys. So I'm going to tell you, more than likely this team has some great communication skills if that's something you're looking for. That is something I'm noticing. Plus, when I read through, I noticed that they actually have where they utilize line. They do have Atlas. So this is a great place to be if you're looking for these types of things. Go check them out, Sky Gods. Now, in order to apply for them, just remember, even if a team says full on the bottom right, you may still apply to a team, any of you that may not know that. So in order to join the team, just click that full button and that will get you started. Now, if you would like for me to feature you and your team, just let me know. Add me in line. You can either use this QR code or put in my name, RBW Gaming, and let me know why you should be featured. Send me some screenshots and make sure you put together a message that you would want to put out to everybody that is possibly looking for a team here on Talk Dragon Tuesday. And you can get creative and send a recording too. It doesn't have to necessarily be typed up. Now, guys, before we move on, don't forget to hit that like button. And then, of course, if you have not already, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell for notifications. And be sure to share this with those that might enjoy these videos as well. I really appreciate everybody's support. Now, what about the weekly giveaway? So last week I asked everybody to go through, tell me what your favorite PvP is, and I had tons of responses, and it was pretty cool because a lot of you also said the temple raid. I love them all for their own ways. Sometimes they can be a little aggravating depending on the ability of your team or the ability of your dragons versus what you're up against, but they're generally all great for some reasons. But I agree, temple raid is one of the best. Now, the winner of this week is MommyBot. She said she likes the gauntlet at her level. It can be hard to get a lot of points, so she's able to hit higher levels for more points. What a great answer. And again, congratulations, MommyBot. You are the winner of this week's contest. Now, how can you enter for a chance to win an in-game pack with RPW this week? Well, it's pretty easy, pretty cool, pretty loving actually this week, because this week you have the chance to share a game pack with the one who's got your back. So below in the comment section, put your in-game name, your friend's in-game name, and why they deserve a prize, so that you can give a little shout out to that player that's always been there for you and your team. Now, both of you will win half an in-game pack at $10 each. Pretty cool, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into the game. I wanted to kind of get you guys caught up with where I'm at in the game, just in case any of you are curious. I'm pretty excited. I finally got my second key. If you guys remember, last season I did not get my mythic. I think it was the season before. And I decided pretty early on that I wanted to get Fafnir, but I still wasn't 100% certain. I was like, I don't know. But I did get my Galgrim finished in the beginning. I finally got Rasheen finished. I still got my egg mission bonus boost, whatever you want to call it, finished as well. And I still am excited to get Fafnir, especially after the little changes they've announced. So now I'm actually working on the base boost branch. And all of the dragons and so forth in here are really, honestly, pretty darn good. I mean, they're all pretty darn good. And maybe nothing really stands out outlandishly great, but they're all really decent dragons. So if you don't have a great dragon, this is the time to get a good, decent dragon, one of your choice, because they're all pretty darn amazing to me, and get that leveled up there, especially if you're a small guy and you still only have something, let's say, to platinum. This would be a good chance to get someone like Galgrim or Griff as far as you can, because these are going to go quite a while. They go clear to Abyssal. And of course, keep in mind that if you get a mythic, it's supposed to go to the next one beyond that. We just don't know what it's called yet. So with that being said, the Fortification is coming this week. If you don't know much about the Fortification event, be sure to go check out my Fortification guides, and that way you can be better prepared for it. There are plenty of players out there doing guides on these, including The Grind. He's got some new guides out on this as well. So go Google them and get what you can together. Now, before we go into this event, I want to help those. I've noticed that there's still some long bases with lots of little towers. So in case you didn't know how to do Tower of Transformation and upgrading with merges, I thought we'd go over that really quickly. So whenever you do a tower transformation, this is when you're going to be able to take one tower and turn it into another. This is not always going to be the best situation because you're going to be losing a lot, but this is a great place to compare different towers. So if you'll notice here, I got the dark flak on the right and the fire flak, I'm sorry, on the left, and then now the ice flak on the right. But anyways, you can kind of compare their attack and stuff right there on the same screen. That's what I utilize tower transformations for. However, let's say you did make a mistake and you made a lot of fire flaks and all these other flaks, and you can't merge anything else, for example, then you may want to change this out to a non-elemental ember style tower, or something that, like, let's say you didn't have any fire turrets, but you got so many fire shards, then you might want to utilize that, but be very, very careful in choosing to do so. Now, let's talk about if you wanted to otherwise, go through and merge these. Now, first off, notice what you have. Make sure that you're really looking at what you have on your island and what you have hidden, because whenever you go to upgrade these things or merge these things together, you don't want to accidentally merge something you didn't need, or that you do need. But if you'll see on here, this is one of my alts. I used to just build this thing just to guarantee events points. And like, for example, this little level 4 ice turret is something that I can't even merge, but I could build that in, for example, the event coming up to get it to a level 10 and push it into something else. But just keep in mind, you're going to need a lot of level 10s in order to level some things up. So when you first go into the merging thing, it's going to give you a warning, explain to you what it's about, and that'll show you that was the first time that account has entered the merging menu. Now, in the merging menu, you're going to have the option to sacrifice other towers for the towers you have. Now, mind you, you will lose XP. You could lose 1,000 XP. You could lose millions of XP, which means your level at the top won't change, but the amount of XP you need to get to your next level could be quite dramatic. So keep that in mind whenever you go to merge towers. Now, this is a dark flak. If I wanted to select, let's say, these cannons or something else, then you can watch it at the top right hand grow, and you'll see where it's going from a level 27 to 28. Now, for me, I would prefer to utilize something that I definitely do know I would not want on my islands. For example, the ballistas. I have no interest in having any ballistas. And another one, if I have any in here, of course, is going to be, let's see if I've got them. Scrolling to the right here. Yes, the trebuchets. So the trebuchets is something else I could be like, okay, yeah, I do not want these in my base, so let's go ahead and take them off. Now, if you'll notice here, it's going to have me confirm before it actually merges them. We're not going to do that right now, but I also want to show you guys down at the bottom. See these little things at the bottom along these ones? This is little towers on there to show you that these are actually on your island. Be careful not to merge those in, because it will not separate that. It will just give you a little code. But you'll also notice if I continue to select and select, it'll actually stop me and tell me that I can't do this because my towers can't go beyond that level. Now, If you can go beyond that level, it will still try to, but it's still going to warn you, hey, look, you're not going to be able to go beyond that, so are you sure you want to spend this? You can always simply say no and leave. So that is how you simply can go through and select or deselect the items that you have in order to level up something. Now, this is very useful in between lumber upgrades. Let's say you don't have much elemental embers, you're just needing a few upgrades. You do your lumber, you don't have any embers, so you merge a couple and then you do your lumber upgrade. You could utilize that, and that can be very useful to those of you. But remember, keep your flax at a minimum, because elemental embers can be a challenge these days to get. I don't know why they were so easy in the, back when they first came out, but they are really a challenge now. Now, the thing is, you're going to notice that you can't, merge totems into regular towers, and you're not going to be able to merge or transform any of your perches. You can merge totems into totems, and you can transfer totems into totems, but not into defense towers, because it's a resource tower, not a defense tower. Just keep that in mind. All right, guys, I hope that helps you out with understanding that if you had any question on that. But until next time, you guys, happy hunting.